Hey guys, okay, so in this week's video, I want to talk to you about a topic that I get asked about all the time, which is how do you get your DJ sets to get more views on YouTube? Something that frustrates everybody, including me, is when you put all this effort into putting together an incredible DJ set, then you put it up online and it gets absolutely no views or it does absolutely nothing at all, and it's the most frustrating thing in the world. Now, this is something that I also try and figure out constantly. However, as somebody who has put DJ sets up online that have had over 500,000 views and several that have had over 100,000 views, I feel like I can get the chat going as to things that I try and do to get more views on my videos, which should be able to help you guys. However, what I would absolutely love is if this video became a bit of a forum where other people who are having success with their DJ sets put underneath on comments what they're doing to help their DJ sets get more views as well, and we can all help each other, okay? So in this video, I'm going to give you 5 tips you can start to think about when it comes to getting more views on your DJ sets you upload to YouTube. Let's do this. Now, actually, to start this video, before I even get into any tips, one thing I want to say is you want to make sure you're using songs in your DJ sets that are not being blocked in some countries. I've put DJ sets out there before that have done really, really well, and then all of a sudden, one of the songs in that DJ set gets blocked in certain countries like the States, and that's it, your viewing figures absolutely plummet. So I did want to say something I've already mentioned in another one of my YouTube videos, which is one of the things that I do is I have a secondary YouTube account where every single time I'm going to do a DJ set, I take all the songs that I think I'm going to put into the DJ set, record a really crappy mix where I just get like 10-20 seconds of each of the songs. I don't even bother doing a blend. I just play 20 seconds of this song, 20 seconds of the next, record a DJ set. I upload it to my other YouTube account, leave it for an hour, come back and check to see if any of the songs have been blocked in any countries. What you are going to get quite a lot of is that it's going to say you can't monetize the set. Don't worry about that, because don't worry about making money off this. If you're using other people's music in your DJ sets, you're not going to make any money anyway. But the one thing I will say is to make sure you're not getting blocked in any countries. Make sure you do that process, because then if you find out one of the songs in your DJ set is going to get your entire DJ set blocked in loads of different countries, just take that song out. It's so easy and it's way quicker than going through the effort of doing a full DJ set and then realizing it afterwards, okay? So that's not even tip number 1. That's just a cool thing for you guys to bear in mind. So let's get into tip number 1. Okay, so the tip number 1 is this. You've got to think about why you're doing these DJ sets, okay? There's going to be 3 main reasons. You're either doing it to entertain people, to inform people, or as background music, okay? And you have to think which one of your DJ sets you want it to fit into, because it's going to build the premise of how you film that DJ set. So, for example, if you are going to do a DJ set to inform people, which is a lot of the ones I do, I have the camera filming my hands. So other DJs and other people who like DJing can come and actually watch the transitions I'm doing and understand what I'm doing better. So if we go onto YouTube here and scroll down, it won't be long before you see ones like this where you can see hands in the frame, and those are the ones that are there to inform, okay? Then the other ones are just background music, okay? So I've got another screen here open, which has got things just like deep house and stuff like this. And to be honest with you, in a lot of these videos, there's not actually DJ decks in them at all. It's often just like a hot girl in a bikini or some like B-roll of some tropical place. And you usually find it with like kind of tropical or like EDM or kind of chill house kind of music. But those kind of mixes there are usually over an hour long, and then people are not really watching them, they're just putting them on in the background. Therefore, you don't have to stress about filming your hands or filming yourself DJing if all you want to do is put together an hour and a half DJ set with chill kind of Ibiza music, that kind of stuff, okay? So that's the second thing you have to bear in mind. That's if you're just putting it on as kind of like background music. Then the third one is if you want to entertain people. Now, entertaining people, what I'm seeing more and more these days is people going to like tropical locations. So if I like kind of scroll down, you'll see people like DJing in like the woods or like on top of a mountain somewhere or something like that. Or like, DJing in interesting places. I'm giving you terrible examples here. Let's scroll up and see if we can see some. So look, these guys are DJing on top of a cliff somewhere, okay? Now, also when it comes to entertaining, you want to think about getting yourself in it more, dancing around more, kind of, you are a bit of the star of the show as well. So there's 3 different DJ sets you have to think of. Are you doing it to inform where other DJs are going to be watching, where it might be a quick 10-minute mini mix? Is it to put it on as background music where people aren't even going to be watching, they're just listening to it in the background? Or are you going to put it on to entertain where you are the star of the show? Now, once you've decided on that, you can then think about the thumbnail, because the thumbnail has to correlate to the rest of the video. There's no point in you putting a picture of a hot girl on a beach somewhere and it comes through and it's you DJing in your bedroom, because people will turn up and leave because the thumbnail didn't correlate to what the video showed. Now, if they turn up and leave really quickly, YouTube will think that that mix is terrible and not send anyone else to it. So you want to make sure that your thumbnail correlates to the video. Same as if what you're doing is you're doing a set where you're filming your hands, you want to make sure that the thumbnail shows your hands DJing. So people come through and they know they're going to see a technical DJ set or a technical mix where they're going to learn some transitions off you. And similarly, if you're going to be there on top of a mountain or something, they make really, really good thumbnails and people know they're coming through because they're going to see some amazing sights and they're going to listen to some music, and it's a bit of a mix in between. So that is my first tip for you. You have to think, what am I doing? What kind of DJ set is this going to be? So hopefully that's a good first tip for you. Let's move on to the next one. Tip number 2 is a freaking easy one for me, okay? All it is if you want to know what kind of DJ set you should be doing, is to just go on YouTube and watch loads of other DJ sets and decide what kind of DJ set you want to put together and copy that person. So everything I said in point number 1, you can just go and watch other people. You can even use some of the same songs that they're using because you know you can get away with it using them on YouTube because they've already been uploaded. And you can even, if it's a technical mix, watch the different blends that they are doing and make sure you take those technical blends and put them into your DJ set. This is a really freaking good idea and something that I should probably do more of myself, which is if there's a DJ set out there that's got 56 million views, well, heck, I'd be happy with 100,000 views. So I'm just going to basically take a lot of their transitions, and I'm not going to take every single song. I'm not going to copy them exactly, but you can just swap out the songs and do the same transitions. Maybe borrow 1 or 2 of the songs, go and take those 2 songs, put them into Spotify, find other songs similar to those. It's easy enough to be inspired by people and use the same kind of mixing that they are doing and the same kind of DJ sets they're doing. So that's tip number 2 for you. Basically mimic other people online who have had huge success. And I'm talking about DJ sets that have had over 1 million views, okay? So that's tip number 2. Okay, so tip number 3, which is a really cool... By the way, how cool are these lights? Every time you make a sound, it changes, watch. See? It's pretty cool, that, isn't it? Anyway, tip number 3, really cool thing for you. So I recently did a YouTube course myself to try and help me grow my YouTube channel. And one of the things it talks a lot about is how much retention your YouTube videos have. In other words, how much of your YouTube videos are people actually watching. Turns out that most people only watch my videos for an average of 3 minutes, and you might find it's a similar thing for your videos as well. If you can get that number up over 6-7 minutes, you are almost guaranteed to have a very viral video on your hand. Because if YouTube discovers that your video is keeping people on YouTube for 7 minutes, which is a very long time, they'll show that video to basically everybody, okay? So here's the thing. When it comes to your DJ set, don't think you're gonna start off nice and slow and build up to a really amazing crescendo, because no one's hanging around for that big crescendo. You have to come in hard and fast with your songs. If you're doing a technical mix on your DJ decks, what you have to make sure is that after like 10-20 seconds, you start doing something technical on your DJ decks. Don't just press play on song 1 and stand there until it comes to an end. If what you are doing is a technical DJ set, you have to get some stuff going. If you are doing a long set, make sure you're coming in with really popular songs that everybody knows and loves. So people are like, oh, this is the kind of music I'm looking for. Put it on in the background, listen to it for the next hour, right? You know, that's the kind of thing you have to be thinking. Don't come in slow, come in fast, and come in with the most entertaining stuff in the first 2 minutes easily in the first 2 minutes, okay? And then once people are impressed and they get the vibe, they'll hang around longer, okay? So that's basically tip number 3. And if you are uploading these sets, keep your eye, go into the YouTube studio and you can see how long people are staying on your videos and try and get that number up above 4 minutes, up above 5 minutes, and so on and so forth. That's why these videos are like deep house sets, which have 56 million views, have got so many views because people put them on in the background and listen for an hour. That's exactly what YouTube wants, is people just staying on YouTube. So you've got to think of it like that. That's tip number 3, I think. Okay, tip number 4. If you're serious about this and you want to start seriously building a huge following with people who are following your DJ sets on YouTube, you want to go and get this thing called VidIQ. It looks like this. It's spelled VidIQ. Now, the most awesome thing about this is when you go to YouTube, it gives you a little plugin. Now, what this plugin does is if you go and click on anybody's DJ set you want, you can go down on the right hand side, you're going to see all these additional stats that you probably don't see on your screen, right? And if you come to the bottom, I'm not going to give you a full run through of what VidIQ does, but if you come further down, you're going to see the video tags that this person has put on their videos. So if you have found a DJ set that you're basically mimicking and you're like, whoa, this is exactly the kind of DJ set I'm going to do, I'm going to have people seeing me and my DJ decks and blah, 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 blah. You come down, you can actually copy the tags that they have put on their video and basically put them straight onto your video as well. So that's another really cool thing. Now VidIQ does a couple of other cool things, but that's primarily what I use it for, okay? Is to steal tags from other popular videos to put on my videos. So that's tip number 4. Okay, so tip number 5 is probably a more basic tip, but it's actually the most important tip, okay? And I plan on doing this more myself, which is, if you want to get real traction on your YouTube channel, you need to be uploading more regularly. You need to upload at least once a week. But a lot of the top experts will say once a week is not enough. You need to be uploading more videos. If you uploaded a DJ set 3 times a week, every week for the next year, you tell me that your videos are not getting views. They will get so many freaking views. And it's not just that, you're gonna learn so much as well, because over that time, 3, 6, 9, 12 a month, that's how bad my maths is. 12 videos a month, you're going to quickly work out what videos are working and what videos are not working, and you will learn. You don't need to go and take videos from other people. You'll quickly realize what your audience like and what they don't like by your stats and your viewing figures. And so if you're uploading regularly, you can just do more of the videos that got the most views. This is really, really relevant. In fact, something that I'm planning on doing in Jan, which I'll tell you about now, I'm planning on doing 1 video a day for the entire month. I'm just so curious to see, because at the moment, as you guys know, I upload once a week. And I watched this video the other day on YouTube, and it was like the average number of videos that people have uploaded for different subscriber counts, right? And it said, it took like a huge number of different YouTubers, okay? And it just basically said how many videos they'd uploaded for their subscriber count. And it said the average number of videos uploaded for 1,000 subscribers is something like 80 videos, okay? Then the average number of videos for 100,000 subscribers is about 2,000 videos. And the average number of videos uploaded for 1 million subscribers is over 5,000 videos, okay? Now, obviously there's that saying, isn't there? Like, quality is better than quantity. I wonder whether that's not actually the case with YouTube. How many of you guys, because I know I'm guilty of this, will sit and watch pretty crummy YouTube videos just because I'm in the habit of watching it? It's like, oh, I'm eating my breakfast, so I'll just go and watch this guy, and you're watching him do something incredibly mundane, but it's just, you watch him every day. So there we go. Like Casey Neistat, it's like, this is a bit boring, but I'm just going to watch this because that's just what I do now. YouTube is quite habit for people, right? You have to think, it's like, oh, I'm just going to watch him because I just watch his videos every day. There's going to be a couple of you guys that watch my videos every single week. But I think it's difficult for something to become a habit if it's only once a week. Whereas when it's a daily thing, it's easy for something to become a habit. oh, Phil's releasing a video every day. So I wonder whether if I do a video every single day, it will form more of a habit for people, and my views and my subscription and all that stuff will go up. I'm wondering, so that's what I'm thinking about doing. So it ties in nicely with this comment as well, with this tip for you, which is if you want to get loads of views on your DJ sets, upload a DJ set. Do it every day. You probably get so many subscribers so quickly. You know, I mean, I see so many of this. There's another guy who uploads these kind of reggaeton DJ sets, right? I uploaded a reggaeton DJ set. It got like 10,000 views, which is good, but it's not as good as him. He just uploaded reggaeton DJ set, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. He was on like number 26 and his videos were getting like hundreds of thousands of views. And it was like, I mean, they were good DJ sets. I don't want to put anyone down, but they wouldn't like the best DJ sets you've ever seen. But he just kept doing the same thing. So this is another thing for you. If you've got a certain type of music you love, just release number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. By the time you're at 26, 30, 35, 40, 50, you're probably going to have quite a strong following of people. So there we go. I had a bit of a rant on that last one, but hopefully you guys just enjoyed hearing it. And you know, that's the kind of thing that, I'm talking crap now. Doesn't matter. Let's end the video there. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Hope it helps. If it did, and you've got some additional tips you want to add in, or if you've got anything to say on this subject at all, leave a comment, let me know what you think about it. Like this video if it's helped you in any way, shape or form. Think about subscribing if you haven't already. And why don't you go and check out this video right here, right now. See you on that video there. Ciao.